Hello and welcome back to another video. Today back here on Forza Horizon 4, and this is the last time I'm going to be able to say this on this game unfortunately, but we're here to test out another brand new vehicle, and this is going to be, I believe, unless they change their minds, the final new vehicle added, which makes sense. It is a Mexican vehicle.
Listen, have you ever wanted a Mexican sports car?
Yes, I have.
Well, it's good news because there is one.
It is, of course, the VUHL 05RR, which is a track weapon thing built in Mexico. You can actually drive it in Rivals, but it's the prize for this week's, in this week's playlist, so there's no need to go and drive it in there. All you have to do is one championship, VUHL in the City, or VUHL in the City, whatever it's actually pronounced, which is 3 races in S2 class track toys. It's very easy, particularly if you have a car with a good tune on it, which I happen to have. So yeah, very easy to unlock. It's the only event I'm going to bother doing this week, or again ever in Forza in the festival playlist probably, because there's absolutely no need to return after this, unless for whatever reason there's a car you've missed throughout all the previous updates in Forza. They're basically going to remix all the stuff and run it through the festival playlist from now until whenever they kill it off, I guess. So yeah, if there are cars you don't have, they will be coming back, but nothing new is going to be added, I don't think, going forward. So this will be the final time we get to test out an actual brand new vehicle in Horizon 4. This has, of course, been in Motorsport 7. But anyway, 2017 VUHL, going to be the final car added. It's a Mexican track toy with 385 horsepower, which comes from a Ford EcoBoost 2.3 litre inline-4 engine. It's obviously very light. It's a carbon fibre body with an aluminium monocoque chassis, and it's very bright orange and has lettering on it, which is more than can be said for the silver one in Motorsport 7. Doesn't sound too bad, that EcoBoost engine. It is S2 class 926 stock, so it's not messing about, it's a fast thing. And VUHL, believe it or not, this is no joke, guess what it stands for? It's rather ridiculous. It stands for Vehicles of Ultra Lightweight and High Performance, which makes sense, but it's a very strange way to name it. It's an interesting car noise, but yeah, it kind of makes sense. Final car is a Mexican car, obviously with Horizon 5 going to be set in Mexico. It's very interesting. I mean, there's not really any interior here, and technically it's not an interior because you're outside anyway, but yeah. Very interesting. It makes sense they're adding a Mexican car as a sort of precursor to the Mexican game. I really hope they bring this forward to Horizon 5. If it's in here and not in Horizon 5, that will... well, I'll be very confused. Not terribly surprised, but I would be slightly confused if it didn't make an appearance. We had at least one. Obviously I'd like to see the Mastretta as well, but if we don't at least have this in Horizon 5 at launch, I will be kind of disappointed and slightly irritated, well, more than slightly irritated at Forza to miss an opportunity like that. But anyway, I'm assuming as it's added to Horizon 4, and this is the first time it's been in a Horizon game, that means it will carry forward to Horizon 5, which of course is in Mexico. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying this little thing. It's quite fun, but we'll take ourselves up this road and round to the festival to see what upgrades and customization are available. So here we are. Let's start with what conversions are available. There's a racing V8 if you want to turn it into an aerial atom. There is an all-wheel drive swap if you want to ruin it. What have we got in the way of aero? Ooh! Okay, that's really cool. We've got the 05RR, we've got that, which I'm guessing is from an earlier iteration of it, and that, which is wing removal, which I have to say actually looks ridiculous. You've still got like the mounting points. But that's interesting. There's an option that isn't Forza Aero. It's not as high downforce, so I'm not going to put it on, but that is quite cool. That's slightly different to what we usually get. Hang on. I think we've got... Those aren't normal racing tyres, I don't think. I think it might have a unique tyre compound, you know. It might just be a visual thing, they might be racing tyres, but generally on Forza, when you get something that looks like that, it's an ultra grippy tyre, and to have it on by default, let's whack on some nice wide tyres. Can we bring these out as well? That is very cool. By the end of this, I'm going to decide I do want a Mexican sports car. Excellent. Right, what else can we do? Let's throw these bits in. I know they're not PI efficient, but I'm not building it specifically for anything. I'm just trying to see what's available, basically, without an engine swap. We can always... Okay, so we've got rally suspension. I take it we're on race already. We can always come back and max this thing out a bit. What horsepower were we on? We're on 385, so let's start by maxing out the standard engine. I might come back and engine swap it later for a second build and see if we can get it up to X class. So it's always worth trying that, even if it's not necessarily going to stay like that. Although I think it's probably going to get into X almost 998. So with a fully upgraded standard engine with your brakes and your gearbox and everything and all your tyres, it is top of S2, so this, I think, is probably going to be quite OP in S2, I would have said, because we've thrown a lot on there and I thought it was going to jump to X-Class. Right, before we go and test our first sort of baseline setup, let's see what designs the wonderful community have come up with. This car's only been available for 50 minutes, so there might not be loads in here. You can win it very quickly because it's one S2 class championship to get hold of it, so yeah, there's a few things, but there's nothing inspiring. Let's see. No paint groups. There's a lot of manufacturer colours, which is excellent. So that's why having... Oh, this might be the only one with the livery on it. That's what mine looks like in Motorsport 7. It handles so much better on here. It is just how Horizon 4 feels. Motorsport 7 is very strange in the way it handles. Your cars sort of spin out all the time. Anyway, I quite like the matte red. What else have we got? We've got your yellow. Ooh, matte green. I actually really like that green though, so I might end up going with that. I think we've got normal and matte finish of everything, have we? We've got like a matte grey, that's quite cool. No, 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 I want that green. There we go. What have we got in the way of layer groups here? Let's do our usual ruin the wheels to make something. Need blue. Oh, that's cool. It's just the centre cap again. And inner barrel. Okay, so I might do group 1. Is that bit? Can we do that in like... Actually, we should probably do that in a red to match the caliper, maybe. If we do that and group 3. Maybe I should have just done the centre cap bit. But anyway, as we're messing about with that, we might as well try something with it. Alright, let's head out and see how it performs with our first upgrades on it. I think we're running about 600 horsepower. Yeah, it really doesn't sound half bad, actually. I wonder if this is one of their upgraded sounds for Horizon 5. I kind of doubt it. It's very fast, not quite sure how it handles, although I say that it doesn't feel as fast as the Apollo I was using to win the championship to unlock it. It does feel fast in the interior then. Whoa, oh, okay. It's a bit of a death trap. It is, of course, still rear-wheel drive, so maybe when we put a faster tune on, I should make it all-wheel drive, I mean. I'm not taking it around the loop that I said I should really test cars out on. But it's a bit late for that anyway, because it is the last car we're ever going to get in Horizon 4. Which means I now own every single car in the game, apart from things like the Null car and Owen's McLaren and things that you can't really have. Actually, that's a good point. I think if I take a photo of this... No! I was going to say, I think if I take a photo of this, I've got all the cars in the game. But that's not quite true. I must have forgotten to do it with whatever the last thing was we won. This is the final car that I'm ever going to have to take a photo on for Horizon Promo. Excellent. Right, let's go and upgrade the VUHL. Right, so, engine swap, straight in, racing V8, all-wheel drive, twin turbo. So immediately into X-Class. And I haven't even done that. Or that. Or that. Is it going to get 10s across the board? It's only speed that it's got lacking at the moment. No, it's not quite going to do that, I don't think. All 10s and 1.8.4 is not bad going, though. Do we need to redo these now that we've got... That is quite impressive, actually. We've done all of that, obviously. Aero. Oh, there's no splitter, is there? I mean, you can increase the speed slightly and reduce the handling slightly, but we'll leave the high downforce wing on. I think that's probably going to be slightly beneficial. Okay, 775 horsepower, 1,500 pounds. Let's see what it's like. All-wheel drive, of course, so it don't crash again. But this is going to be quite mad, I think. So this time I will take it on our little loop, but we'll go this way round rather than the other way. Okay. That's fast. I mean, it's X-Class, so you can't actually race it in anything. Or in any normal category, if you see what I mean. But that's fine. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, I can't drive things this fast. This thing is absolutely mad. What a way to send off Horizon 4. The final car added, and it's Mexican, which is kind of a nod to Horizon 5 thing on the way. And I really don't mind that they're not adding stuff if, it's a big if, it means they use the time to perfect Horizon 5 and make sure it all works properly at launch.
You have arrived at your destination.
If they stop updating this game and then Horizon 5 is just as broken, I will be annoyed. But yeah, not a bad way to end off the festival playlists. Obviously they're still coming back as sort of a rehash, but nothing brand new. So for me, there's no need to come back and do another festival playlist, anything ever again. Whoa. Yeah, it's still not the easiest thing to drive, but the all-wheel drive does make it a lot better. I'm going to go for one more lap round what is basically the go west of the festival circuit. Well, it is. Oh, well it isn't, because I've taken the wrong turning, but I don't know why, I just want to drive this from interior view. It's a track car. It's so much better to drive on here than on Motorsport 7. I'm not saying it's bad on there, I just don't get on with the handling, so for me it's brilliant to have it added to here. So obviously along with this, in this final update, there is the high stakes Super 7, which I will potentially take a look at in a future video, although I think it's very similar to normal Super 7, so I'm not actually sure whether it's worth it or not. But anyway, This is the final car ever to be added to Forza Horizon 4, probably. If I'm wrong, I apologise, but I'm 99.9% sure nothing else will be coming. They've basically told us that. But yeah. Like I say, it's not a bad way to end it off, and hopefully that means they will make Horizon 5 good. But anyway,
You have arrived at your destination.
that probably is going to do it for a first look at the VUHL, and for the first time ever, I'm not going to have to say I'll be back to test out the next new car, because there won't be one. So yeah, for the final sort of car review even that I'm ever going to do on Horizon 4 with the VUHL, that probably is going to be it.
You have arrived at your
But
destination.
yeah, do go and get this thing. It only takes one championship. It's the last time you're going to have a chance to get a new car. It'll probably come back in the playlist at some point, so if you do miss it, it's not the end of the world, but I would go and get it. It is quite a good thing to drive if you don't do that. But yeah, that is going to be it for the last ever review of a brand new car here on Forza Horizon 4, and hopefully I'll be back to review some cars in Horizon 5, some of the new vehicles being added to that, when it's out. But yeah, it's going to be it. There will be more Horizon 4 videos, obviously, just not on new cars. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling on at this point, so that is going to be all for this video. So thank you very much for watching, and I will be back with the next video very soon.